This is Speaking of Writers. I'm Steve Richards. The book is Dahlia Daydreamer, and the author is Candace DaMeron. Welcome to Speaking of Writers, Candace.
Thanks for having me.
So what made you decide to write this children's book?
I wanted to kind of leave my mark in the world, so to speak, and I wanted something that my two daughters could be proud of me for. So I thought, why not write a book to read to them?
Were you always a big daydreamer growing up?
I was. Actually, my mom sometimes had to go to school to help me focus because I was kind of a space cadet.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Miami, Florida.
And were you always interested in writing?
I always loved it. I didn't know that I'd be a writer, but that was my favorite coursework growing up. Like, I was really good at writing essays and stuff like that. That was really fun for me.
Did you also keep a journal?
I did, yes. I always had a diary and a journal.
So how long did it take you to write this book, Dahlia Daydreamer?
So it actually only took me a couple hours. I had the idea, and I just thought about it, and I decided to go with it. And once I started, I couldn't stop, and it was done in literally just a couple hours.
So you finished it in a couple of hours, and then why and when did you decide to publish it?
I published it years later. I had it, and I had it printed just so I could read a copy to my two girls at home, and then they loved it so much, and I thought, why not share this with everyone?
Were you a big reader as a child?
Yes, I loved to read. Dr. Seuss was my favorite.
So Dr. Seuss, a big influence on you?
Oh, yeah. His favorite book of mine is Oh, the Places You'll Go. I love that book.
Oh, yeah, classic. As a writer, what would you choose to be your avatar?
My avatar... well, definitely a mermaid, because if you can't be a unicorn, then always be a mermaid.
We're chatting with Candace DaMeron. Her book, new one, is Dahlia Daydreamer. What came to you first for this book, the plot or the characters?
The plot came first. I mean, as I said, I was always a daydreamer, so I thought there's a girl who loves to daydream. I thought of the things that she would be thinking of first, and then I came up with the character.
You said it took just 2 hours to write. Did you sketch it out and outline it first, or did you just go at it and just write it?
I just went at it. I just wrote it.
Candace, what do you do to get inside your characters' heads?
It's not that hard, because I feel like I'm definitely a kid at heart, so just thinking like a kid. What would a kid be thinking about?
How did you come up with this title, Dahlia Daydreamer, and did that come after you wrote it or before you wrote it?
I came up with Dahlia Daydreamer. I was thinking of a sweet name for a girl, and since Dahlia daydreams about flowers, I thought of Dahlia is a name of a flower, so I thought it'd be very fitting for her.
We're chatting with Candace DaMeron. Her book, children's book, Dahlia Daydreamer, is out now. By the way, it's available at writersrepublic.com. Also, barnesandnoble.com and amazon.com. So you said your kids loved it. How about their friends? Have they read this book?
Yes. All their friends have it. They all love it, too. We're sharing it with everybody.
So the response has been great from everyone.
Yes.
So you had so much fun with this one. It only took you 2 hours. Are you hard at work on another book?
I am going to start another book. Yes. I definitely want to do another book for sure.
Possibly a series?
Yeah, that could work, too.
All right, this book again, Dahlia Daydreamer, is available at writersrepublic.com, barnesandnoble.com, and also amazon.com as well. Who did the illustrations for this book?
It was Rebecca Shepard, also known as Rebecca Harris.
Do you know Rebecca, or did they assign Rebecca to do this book?
No, I was actually on this site called Storybird, and I was looking for artists and looking at their artwork to see what would go well with mine, with my story, and I found her illustrations, and I thought they were so beautiful and perfect for my book.
Did she nail it the first time, and after she shared a few illustrations to you? Is that how it worked?
Actually, she had some illustrations, a variety of illustrations, and then I picked the ones that were perfect for what I was writing about. So she had tons of artwork available.
So are you going to use her again on the next one?
Yes, I would love to.
All right. The book, again, is Dahlia Daydreamer. Candace DaMeron is the author. It is out now, writersrepublic.com, barnesandnoble.com, and also at amazon.com as well. Candace, you want to add anything else?
Just buy my book. I think you will really enjoy it. I think it's great for kids. It's sweet. It's imaginative, and you'll love it. Thank you for having me.
Sure. And Candace, one last question. So this is for ages?
I'd say 0 to 8.
Okay. Dahlia Daydreamer is the book. Candace DaMeron is the author. Again, available at writersrepublic.com, also barnesandnoble.com, and amazon.com as well. Candace, thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
And this is Speaking of Writers.